Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Nice to meet you again. And today I'm going to take you through 5 ways of surviving isolation. There are times in life when we feel so alone, feel so isolated from the society or from the people that we love. And this comes in so many ways. You can feel isolation maybe when you are working in a different area, maybe say you are working in a different country other than where the rest of your family is or where the rest of your friends are. Therefore, when you're working in a different place or a different town, it means there might be a culture clash, and that on its own might mean that because you can't fit in, you'll have this sense of isolation. You will feel so alone because you cannot fit into that particular culture. And then another thing is that when you are alone, you realize that there's this feeling of isolation because you're staying alone, you eat alone, you do shopping alone, everything that you're doing, you are all by yourself. And somehow it becomes difficult because as people, we are meant to live together. We are meant to live with our friends. So then it becomes very difficult when you are alone. But you might realize that now it becomes even more difficult because you cannot do things that you like because of the lockdown, because of this lockdown that has been put in place in many countries. But then how are you going to survive it? Because you realize that as much as we differ in our personalities, even the people who normally enjoy their own space or they enjoy their own company, now they feel very isolated because they don't get to go to the park. They don't get to go for a walk with their dog. So therefore, there's this sense of isolation, especially during this crisis. Then what is it that you're going to do when your movements are limited or they're regulated? So I'm going to make sure that you do 5 things that will help you to remain sane in this solitude lockdown. And one of them is to have a schedule. It is very important that you have a to-do list. It's not something that we only do when we are at work, but you also need to do on each and every single day. Even now on the lockdown, when you are so alone, make sure that you're going to have a to-do list. And then the to-do list, the importance of it is that it will help you to have your mind occupied, because there is a saying which says an idle mind is a dangerous mind. We don't know what you're going to do when your mind is idle. You might start having negative thoughts, thinking of suicide, thinking of other things that are so negative, that eventually you become what? You become depressed. We don't want you to be depressed. We want you back at your workplace. We want you back at school. We want you back everywhere, same the same way we parted with you. So in terms of coming up with a schedule, the question might be, what do I put in my schedule? Or how do I make my schedule? In terms of having a schedule, you can put the following things. You can one can be keeping fit, making sure that you're going to stay fit throughout the lockdown, because now you're confined to your houses. What is it that you're going to do to make sure that at least you are active? You don't just have a routine whereby you eat and sleep and that's it. You need to do something. Make sure that you burn those calories. Make sure that you enhance your metabolism by actually exercising. Exercising is very good, or going to the gym is very good. But now, because we can't go to the gym, you need to do something in the house. And then there are so many ways that you can do it. Because say maybe you're not motivated to start, then the best thing is to download an app, or maybe join a particular group online, and then make sure that you follow what they are doing, because then you'll become motivated to stay fit. You'll exercise every day. Is good for your health, is good for your heart. And then another thing that you can do, or another thing that you can put on your schedule, is meal times. Now that you are home and most restaurants are closed, it means it's giving you time to actually try new recipes, the things that you love. Maybe when you used to go to a particular restaurant because you loved a particular dish, now is the time for you to do what? To actually attempt to cook that particular dish. And then make sure that you're not going to skip any meal. You're going to have your breakfast, you're going to have your lunch, and you're going to have your dinner. In terms of snacking, it depends on your personality, whether you are someone who like nibbling in between meals. But then make sure that you don't skip main meals. Have your breakfast, have your lunch, and have your dinner. That way it means your metabolism is always working. You are making sure that your metabolism is active, and then ensure that all your meals are healthy. Go back to the crossroads where we were taught when we were still in primary school that our diet should be balanced. Make sure that you're going to eat healthy stuff. This is the time to do what? To actually enhance or strengthen your immune system. And then as you're cooking, make sure that you're going to display your creativity on you display it in terms of your food preparations. You're going to display it again in terms of serving. Of course, you are alone, you're serving yourself, but make sure that the food is attractive. Serve as if you are serving in a top restaurant, so that even when you are dining, you can actually take a picture that will uplift your mood, and then you will actually make sure that the food is appetizing. Eat appetizing food, and then make sure that the food in terms of the presentation is also attractive. By so doing, it means you'll also feel good to eat that particular food. And then in terms of your cooking, play around with herbs and spices. They don't just enhance the taste of the food, but they also add the aroma, not just to the food, but also to your home. Say maybe you have rosemary in the house. You can play around with rosemary. And then the thing is that even that smell, it will smell good in the house. And then another thing that you can add on your schedule is sleep. Don't forget to sleep. Rest. Make sure that you get your beauty sleep, get enough sleep, and make sure that you don't change your routine. If possible, don't change your routine. If you used to sleep at 10 p.m. because you were waking up at 5 or you're waking up at 7 in the morning to go to work, make sure that you continue following that particular route, so that by the time you go back to work, you won't struggle to readjust into your schedule. You need to sleep, because sleep will make sure that you rest and your organs gets to work, and then or they get to rest, whatever. And then another thing, in terms of things that will make you remain sane, or things that will help you survive the isolation, number 2 is that learn something new. The process of learning doesn't end. It never ends. There is always something that you can learn. And what is it that you're going to learn? Make sure that for this lockdown, you have a to-do list, like we said. And then you have what? You have your goals, that after the lockdown, I want to achieve 1, 2, 3, or I should have achieved 1, 2, 3. So make sure that you're going to learn something new. And then it might be something that you are passionate about. And then this is the time for you to do what? To actually learn how to do it. And then another thing is it can be that you can register for an online program. There's so many online platforms that are offering online courses. So this is the time to do it. You can enhance your professional skills. You can enhance your skills as a person, or your interpersonal skills, or your soft skills, wherever, but learn to do something. Learn something new. It might be sometimes in terms of your talent. You are talented in something, but you want to enhance that talent. Then you can learn from the best. Go on YouTube. Say maybe you like knitting. Or you are good in knitting, but you can enhance that skill, or you can enhance that talent by going onto YouTube and learning more in terms of how to do knitting. And then other things in the yard, you can learn how to do your own gardening, how to do script writing. Do something. Learn how to do something. Who knows? Maybe whatever you are going to learn during this particular lockdown is something that can eventually become a business. Say maybe you're going to learn how to do scented candles, and then by the time everything is open, you have scented candles to sell or to ship to other countries. So learn something new. You don't know where that thing will take you. It might be very profitable in the future. And then number 3, catch up. Just stop and make sure that you catch up with the world. You catch up with your old friends. You catch up with your family. Just because you cannot visit your family or friends does not mean you cannot talk to them. You can talk to them using your phone. You can call them via WhatsApp, Skype, whatever. Make a telephone call to those people who are important in your life. Let them know that you are important, because when you call them, it shows that you are thinking of them, and they will also return the favor. And then you'll also feel important when they are calling you. And then reconnect with old friends, or we reconnect with friends that you haven't been in touch with for a long time, and make sure that you're going to have a conversation and celebrate each other's achievement. You haven't been able to talk to each other for over a year. Now is the time to say, okay, what has been happening? You realize that people have changed jobs, people have achieved so many things, and then you get to celebrate their achievements, or they get to celebrate your achievement. And then avoid having prolonged conversations with people who are negative. Yes, as much as you need to do a catch up with your friends, or you need to have conversation with your family, make sure that when you're talking to the ones who are very negative, cut them. Make the conversation very short, because negative people, they always have something to complain about. And then over and above that, say maybe they tell you about their problems, and you try to give them solutions, they'll always find a problem with that particular solution. So make sure that you cut their conversation short. And then on the other hand, what do? Those people who are very positive in life, have a prolonged conversation with them. Talk to them, laugh as if you are together, just laugh, share memories, enjoy life. Because by so doing, it means that putting a smile on your face. We all have that particular special person that we know that even when we are feeling our lowest, when we call them, they're going to make us laugh. I have a friend. Sometimes I just call her. When I'm really feeling low, I can just call her. And the moment she answers her phone, she will start laughing. And laughter is contagious. Therefore, I'll also start laughing. And as I laugh, it means it's going to brighten my day. And then the fourth thing that you can do is fixing things around the house. There's always something that you can do in your house. It might be that you have long bought some souvenirs or ornaments, and they're still wrapped in plastics, or they're still wrapped in gift bags. You never got the chance to actually use them. This is the time to now to unwrap them and see how you can use them to improve your house, or to add that beautiful look to your house. And then sometimes it's just about rearranging your furniture, rearranging your items or your ornaments in the house. It will create a new space. It will look like it's a new home, but you just shifted a few things. And then there's always something that you can do to fix, or maybe something that needs to be fixed in the house. It might be a button. It might be fixing the light, something that you need to do in the house. There's always something that you can fix. So use this time to actually go around and make sure that you fix things around. And then if you're good in painting, and if you have paints anyway, then what you can do, you can do that. You can paint your house, make sure that it becomes a new house. Then that by so doing, it will uplift you. And then the last point, or the fifth point, is get a treat. You're not in prison. Because you are not in prison, you're just in your home, just that you cannot go out, you're just isolated. Then make the best of it. Watch your favorite television program, read your favorite book, and get new books to read. If you are a sports fanatic, watch past games and relive those beautiful moments. I was just watching the World Cup 2010, and I felt like it was 2010 again, where everything was just nice. People were screaming, people were singing, people were enjoying life. Just do that. But just don't do things that will make you hurt again. If there may be a particular game hurt you in the past, don't watch it, because it's going to hurt you again. But relive beautiful memories. And then another thing that you can do in terms of getting a treat or giving yourself a treat, say you like chocolate. Who said you shouldn't have chocolate? Do have your chocolate. Have your chocolate, have your cheesecake. Enjoy your life. Be happy, but then do it in moderation. They say, when they talk about chocolate, they say it's just a moment in the lips and then a lifetime in the hips. Make sure that when you eat it, you also remember you have to do it in moderation. And then download a nightclub lights or disco lights and have a party by yourself. Throw yourself a party. Create that atmosphere as if you are in a nightclub, you are enjoying with friends, and you can actually even call them. You can use Zoom, you can use Skype, so that you actually watch each each other while dancing. So you have your house party, though you are alone, but you still be with your friends. Or you can just be alone, play your favorite music and dance, sing along, enjoy, get to enjoy your life. Life is short. So call your friends when you're dancing, talk about the beautiful memories that you had. Maybe a particular song will bring beautiful memories. Do share those memories and just have fun and be happy. Then you'll walk out of your house as a sane person, beautiful, healthy. If you like this, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.